We are live. What's going on, IG? About to get this thing popping. Yes, we are. Let me see if I can adjust my lighting a little bit. How's that? Does that look better? Or do we like this better? Let me see. That looks cool right there. Let me see. That right there. Let me know, boss lady, champagne. Which light setting do y'all prefer? I don't know. It looks a little janky to me, man. I don't know what's going on with my lighting here. I think I like this one best. Peace, what's going on? Taiwan Johnson, J Morgan, $4.99. Come on up in here. Come on up in here. D Stacks for life. Can you guys not hear me? Somebody said they can't hear me. Laura 80 said they can't hear me. You say you like the yellow light better. Okay, boss lady likes the yellow light better. Boss lady, let me see. Let me see what that yellow hitting for. That right there, you like that better? You said you like that better. So Laura 80 is saying that they can't hear. Boss lady says she can hear me fine. Can y'all hear me? Peace to the God. Peace to the God. We got our brother. We got our brother Joshua coming through. We about to turn this thing up. We about to turn this thing up. Let me send this out real quick to our other brothers to see if they're ready to jump on here too. We're gonna chop up some good game tonight, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let me try to send this out so we could get this thing started. Let me see. Boom. Let's see. All right, people are saying they can hear me. I don't know what's going on with your phone, Lord 80. I don't know what's going on with your phone, but people are saying they can hear me just fine. Peace, family. Come on up in here. Come on up in here. We about to get this thing popping. Yes, indeed. So we're gonna be talking about, the whole situation with Ye, Kyrie, even our brother Dave Chappelle, all of this talk about anti-Semitism, these three brothers mainly right now are being used as proxies for all of black society and black men in particular to try to buck break us and whip us back into our places. You know what I'm saying? Peace, what's going on? Iena, I think I'm saying that correctly. What's going on? Right? These brothers are being used as proxies for the rest of us to all fall in line. And so I got a couple brothers hopping on here with me tonight. A couple of brothers from the Nation of Islam in particular coming on to hop on with me tonight so we could break this thing down, man. We've been trying to have this conversation for a little minute now. But, it's still relevant. It's still relevant. So we right on time. I'm just waiting for one other person to hop inside the room. But where you at, Brother Joshua? Send me a request. And I'm waiting for Brother Daniel, and Young Khan Dawn said he was going to try to hop on too. Wasn't sure if Young Khan Dawn was going to have time to join us tonight, but I did send it. We'll see. Let's get Brother Joshua on here real quick. There we go. Peace to the God.
Peace, God. What's happening? You can hear me?
Maintaining.
Yeah, how's my sound? You can hear me all good?
Yup, perfect.
Love, bro.
Perfect. Let us know in the chat if y'all can see and hear both of us pretty good. Let us know if y'all can see and hear both of us pretty good. And share this out. Everybody share this out. Send it to like 5 to 10 people. Let them know that we live. The Gods is live. We about to chop up some good game.
We live, yeah.
I appreciate you taking the time to hop on here with me, bro.
Man, appreciate you having me, man. You already know, man. It's that time. What a time to be alive, bro.
Yes, indeed, man. And grateful to have brothers such as yourself in this time. You know what I'm saying? To be able to represent, to be on that warrior front and hold things down. Especially somebody as young as you are. I can't tell. A lot of times, y'all brothers with that bean pies and that bean soup. I don't know how old you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
but
Bro, got
you
got
know,
my Benjamin Button going on.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm talking about.
Love,
Let me
love.
let me see where brother Daniel at, man. See where brother Daniel at real quick. I know he said he was ready. He said he was getting things set up over there. But yeah. But man, brother Joshua, man, you have been just super on point when it came to this topic. You know what I'm saying? You was bringing the fire, bringing the receipts. You know what I'm saying? Laying
Yeah.
this thing down as the open enemy was attacking. You know, they were launching their attacks. They were overplaying their hand left and right. And you were one of the brothers that I saw on these digital spaces who was laser with the precision as far as debunking everything that they was throwing out there, man. So I appreciate you on that, man. For real, for real.
Man, love, bro. It's been an honor just to be, you know what I'm saying, on the front lines, making it do what it do, getting this truth out to our people, man. It's the right season, you know. Our people, we run to know, and the enemy at this point in time, they already know they ain't got no more cards in the deck. They ain't got no
Right,
more. They know it's
right.
like they on their last leg.
Alaikum assalam, brother.
I'm looking, brother Joshua.
Wow, alaikum salam, gang. What's happening?
Max and relaxing, man. Taking life one day at a time.
No, that's right, man. No, that's right. Good to see my brothers, man.
Yeah,
There's a
likewise.
Yes,
lot of
indeed.
God energy going on right now, man.
Big God energy. Big God energy. It's a must.
Yes,
Praise
sir.
Most High, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah, I want to second with brother sincere what you're saying. You've been on it, brother Joshua. You've been on it heavy, man. I'm telling you, the videos be hitting, bro. The
Praise
videos.
be to Allah. Man, I have to give a huge shout out to our research team. You know, I just got off the line with our brother Ilya Rashad. Man, they so cold with it, bro. Like
Yeah, fact.
the tools and resources, like I do a lot of research on my own, but honestly, I lean heavily on theirs. And then from there, after I know the right names, after I know, you know what I'm saying, the right organizations, from there, it's case closed. It's like, oh, yeah, they throw me the alley-oop and we come and we just, you know, slam dunk that thing.
No, that's real. That's real. I was saying the same thing to brother Dimitri when we was in the shy. I was a bookie guy, and I had to tell him like, yo, thank you for all the work you're doing because you set the stage, make it a lot easier for us because that research they put in, that the time and the effort they put in, man, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without them,
Right.
So on a second that.
That's
Yes,
facts.
indeed. And we got the older guard, young Con the Don, about to hop on. Hop on here, young Con the Don.
Hey, hey,
There we go.
hey.
The God's in the building, man.
Now we
Coach,
officially lit. We all the
Come
way
on
lit.
now.
All this firepower over here, man.
praise.
Man,
I'm loving it.
Peace to the God.
peace to
Peace,
the
peace.
God. Peace to the God.
Man,
Sir.
I ain't get to hear what y'all was talking about, but I know y'all was dropping wisdom. My
Oh, we
trainer
just
here
got here.
working me out in the gym right now.
Brother getting that
We just got here. We just got here. We ain't even really get into it heavy yet, man. We just doing our little intros, man. You know what I'm saying? And so let's do that. First and foremost, brother Joshua, for everybody on here that may not know who you are, just tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Peace,
Yes, sir.
everybody.
Peace, peace.
I go by
We're
the
gonna
name of
start with brother Joshua. We're gonna start with brother Joshua, then work our way around.
All right, peace, family. It's your brother Joshua, #1 brother Joshua on all social media platforms except TikTok. They done banned your brother from TikTok, but we coming back.
Me too.
On they got you, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But man, I'm just your brother, man. I'm a young soldier from originally from Chicago. Was blessed to come up in Mos Mariam, served in the ministry class, served on the protocol team on behalf of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I came in the nation back in 2015. I've been rocking and rolling ever since. I'm currently located in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where I'm doing my damage at out here on the West Coast. And just a student in the ministry class, fell in love with the teachings, really as a young man, but it was that seed was planted in me, as that Islam was planted in me when I was probably like 7 to 8 and it got cultivated in my early 20s. And I just been blessed to just be rocking and rolling, and just always had a love for our people. Always wanted to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Father, I'm an entrepreneur, soldier, musician. You know what I mean? I make beats, sing, rap, dance. I'm just a creative, you know. And I'm blessed to be among my brothers. I'm glad to be here with the guys.
Yes, indeed. Young Khan the Don. Let them know who you be, God.
Peace. What up with it, y'all? Go by the name of Young Khan the Don, a.k.a. Coach Khan. The Galeagle, that's a gorilla, lion, and an eagle. One animal ain't enough. See, I'm 3 in 1, so they call me a Galeagle. Because I'm part gorilla, part lion, and part eagle, and depending on what day you want it, is going to determine which animal you're going to get. So I'm a leader of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the great Dr. Brother Ben X, man, who have given me the digital real estate game, showing me how to monetize myself and my purpose online, and I've been able to generate in the last 27 months over $114,000. 99% of that came right from my cell phone. So if y'all ready to tap in, man, just like my brother Sincere Love to God and brother Joshua and my man right here, brother Daniel, holding it down on the survival kit, man. I'm trained to go knocking out all anti-Kemites, knocking out all anti-Kemites, man, that want this smoke. I'm talking about Ed Fox, man. I'm talking about Jonathan Greenblatt. Any of them that want this smoke with my leader and teacher, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, they got to come see me first. That's just all it is to it. But I'm going to tone it all the way down because we ain't even got started yet. Back to you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's what I'm talking about. Brother Daniel, man, let everybody know who you are, brother.
Peace, family. My name's Brother Daniel 4X, aka Daniel KC1NCF, lead instructor at Radio Community Survival Preparedness. You know, soldier in NOI, FOI all day, FOI till I die since 2014. Father, you know, I got real heavy lately into my, you know, guard, or as a part of my preparedness thing, you know, stepping back. You know, I ain't seen me too much on social media lately. I've been trying to apply what I was teaching, and so I've been doing a lot of indoor gardening. Make a move. Hopefully, I'll be down in Atlanta soon. Up here in Boston right now, but I'll be down in Atlanta soon, trying to make that move. You know, but, often when I do that, but you know, I'm here to support my and because, like the minister said, it's time for us to come together. I don't care what we do, family. We have to start backing one another up. Point blank, period. If one of us strays away, it's our job to put our brother back onto the path, and so that's what I'm here to try to help facilitate.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And for those of y'all that don't know, man, I'm Sincere Love to God, man. I'm just your brother. I'm just a student of life, student of the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm one half of Master Elements. That's a hip hop group, me and my brother DJ RP Beats. And I'm one half of Sincere Love to God cast, along with my sister Nicely Girl. Y'all can check us out every Sunday, Wednesday, Thursdays on my YouTube channel. Just go to the YouTube channel, type in my name, and click the subscribe button. And make sure you follow me at Sincere Love to God on all social media platforms as well. But I'm grateful to have my brothers on here with me tonight, man, to chop it up, like Young Khan Don said, about all of this anti-Kemite business that's been going on for the past couple of weeks. We've been getting attacked left and right. Like I said earlier, they've been using brothers like Ye, Kyrie, and the latest one is our brother Dave Chappelle as proxies to represent the rest of us. And so these are brothers that I know are very sharp, you know what I'm saying, students of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And, you know, I'm glad to be able to chop it up with y'all tonight, man. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. Everybody knows what's been going on. We ain't really got to recap too much of the story. You know, it's the biggest thing happening in the world, really. You know what I'm saying? But the latest that we've seen was the most recent apology from Kyrie Irving, and he was able to join back with the Nets and play the other night. I think he's playing tonight too. And outside of the arena, there was a big showing of the brothers from, I don't know which faction of it, but from some of the Hebrew Israelite brothers showed up at the stadium the other night. You know, they was out there heavy. They was out there heavy representing, man. And so, brother Joshua, you go first, man. What was your take when you seen the standing of all those black men, regardless to what religion that they believe in, or whatever the case may be. There was a lot of black men that was out there at the Barclays Center holding it down, man. What was your thoughts?
Ooh, white folks scared. Oh, these white folks scared, boy. Whenever it's a lot of us, man, and we come together, it's a powerful thing. It's a powerful. We just got 4 right here. You feel me? Even if we was in person somewhere, eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gods. The black man is God. So we had that many of us, man, coming. I loved it. It was a beautiful demonstration, all honestly. I do, however, I want to see us more because we protest a lot. You know what I'm saying? We protest a lot. I feel like the next best thing for us to do is really just put them dollars behind it. That's the strongest protest. I'm all for making the strong statements and things like that. But man, I just want to see us really put together and unify, put some dollars behind something, a common cause like that. Let that be the protest. You know, straight up, because they seen us in ranks before. They seen us march before. They seen us with picket signs before. What they haven't really seen yet is us pulling our black dollars together and doing something that's way stronger. You know,
Right.
Something like this is just off the top, but you know, you see the brothers that's going into the stadium, right? Hey, bro, how much was your ticket? Man, I spent $150. All right, boom, here it is. I'm gonna give you this right here. We're not going there. We not giving our dollars to them no more. Something to that effect. You know?
I love that.
And also too, like, as you've seen the post conference or the post conference of Kyrie, now they're trying to make him answer for that. You
Right.
know? How did you feel about this, man, when you seen that? You know, I just want to play the game. I want to play. So I love our brother Kyrie, man. I appreciate his level of consciousness. I never try to condemn our people where they are. It's just that whenever you have an athlete, sometimes not every athlete is gonna be Muhammad Ali. You know, sometimes we waiting for that one. We desperately waiting for that unapologetic athlete that's just like, hey, whatever. Because Ali was the blueprint, if you ask me. What he did with the Vietnam War, he was like, "No, I'm a conscientious objector. Why am I gonna go up there and kill folks, other brown folks, yellow folks? You my opposer over here when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer." You know, we've been waiting for that type of person. And Kyrie, he's not that for us. He has his role in our liberation struggle, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be having the conversation to this degree. So I appreciate our brother for what he's doing. However, at the same time, I do sense some love everybody in that brother. You know?
Of course.
I sense that. And it's that part of me that just be like, come on, bro. Like, you know, it's nothing wrong with what you're doing. You know, stand up completely if you're going to stand up. But sometimes I feel like it's like, nah, I'm going to sit down. Nah, I'm going to sit down. You know what I mean? But going back to your original question, I really love seeing the brothers. What I want to see is, I want to see them brothers get together with the FOI. I want to see them side by side. That's a make a statement, in my humble opinion. I would love to see that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, man. Who wants to chime in next?
Hey, if Brother Daniel ain't, you know, I keep my finger on the trigger. I'm
He said he's trigger happy.
I think there is some carcassity of these anti-Kemites practicing nonstop anti-Kemitism against us, the people that they have raped, robbed, murdered for centuries. The hypocrisy of it all, for them to want us to explain. No, we don't have to explain. Y'all got some explaining to do. Y'all got to explain to us where all those records came from and the documentation of the transatlantic slave trade. Y'all need to explain. We want to understand how you feel about how you have done us for 400 plus years here in the bounds of North America. Don't talk to Kyrie. Don't talk to Kanye. Talk to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Talk to the FOI. Talk to the Nation of Islam. Talk to the real ones that got the information and the ones that's ready to go blow for blow. Where's A. Foxman hiding? Where's Jonathan Greenblatt hiding at? No, don't stay behind the scenes. Come on to the front. Come on now. Let's do a pay-per-view. Come on now. Honorable Louis Farrakhan against all of them. Bring us into the courts of law. Bring the documentation that says that we are what you claim we are. You know that you are the one that's really anti-black. You know that you are the ones that have profited from the slave trade, that your family and your forefathers and your ancestors got filthy rich off of the total destruction. You know that your people own the slave ships. Come on, man. We not going to hide it no more. We not going to beat around the bush about it. We gonna talk about the black donkey that fell into the white ditch, and we gonna talk about the priests and the rabbis and the sinister ministers that walk by throwing stones in the ditch. But guess what, Brother Joshua? They threw so many stones in the ditch that the
Walk
black
up out
donkey
that thing.
walked by. So no matter what they do, the more they, the scripture says, the more that we was afflicted, the more we grew. And it is
Right.
written in the scripture that all who rejected Moses and Pharaoh, they were bitten by fiery serpents. And we are taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and honorable Farrakhan that fiery serpents only represent angry white people. Oh yeah, man, they getting pissed off to the highest level of pissivity. Y'all know. They are to the highest level of pissivity because they know that their time is up and it's no more going back to what it was the day before. It's all over with. They know that their time is up and the cat is out the bag and they can't put it back in the bag. It's all over with. As long as you got Brother Joshua, long as you got Brother Nuri, long as you got Dr. Wesley Muhammad, long as you got Brother Ben, long as you got Sincere Love to God, long as you got Nicety Girl, you got Brother Daniel. They can't stop it, man. It's too late. The technology is everywhere. The information is everywhere. It's on the information superhighway. They thought they had Kyrie and they thought they had Kanye. They thought they had Brother Ye. They looked up. Here come Kyrie. Just when they thought they had Kyrie and Ye, here come David Chappelle live on SNL.
Right.
Lighting them up. I'm talking about throwing them fire bombs. And just when they thought they had Dave Chappelle, they ain't even been able to stop Dr. Farrakhan.
Yo.
Been throwing darts at him for over 4 decades now, but it didn't stop the million black men showing up in 1995 on October the 16th. Y'all thought it was something Israelite brothers showing up. It was nearly 2 million of us. And they were so afraid of us that they got out of town by sundown. Oh yeah, the government closed that day. Bill Clinton took a vacation because they didn't want no smoke with us. And they still don't want it. That's why they would not have a face-to-face with Honorable Louis Farrakhan. They would not have face-to-face with Brother Nuri Muhammad. They would not have face-to-face with Dr. Wesley because they don't want it. They can't even handle Brother Joshua. They can't even handle me, much less going on up the chain of command, man. We will not fire out all these enemies because you know America only understands the language of things. The language of white supremacy consists of 2 elements, blood and money. So we ain't talking one or the other.
Facts.
We just doing this right here. But as soon as we talk, we ain't spending all that. Now all of a sudden this black program. If you want black lives to really matter, let's prove it by us uniting one another and stopping the senseless violence that we commit on every one of our own each and every day, like we did to Sister Shannon. Come on, man, that's uncalled.
That's real. That's real.
It's hard to look at your open enemy when you being your own worst enemy, when we scared to go outside and when we can't have our babies out because somebody that looks just like us might be the perpetrator of a horrific crime, man. No, the time is out for it, y'all. We can't demand of them what we not willing to do for us. And until and unless we do it, they're going to turn the heat up even more. And in the words of DJ Khaled, every time you look up, it's going to be another one, and another one, and another one. And it's not going to stop until we stop it. But they are afraid because we are on the rise. And those brothers showing up at the place, that was just a sign. But
Right.
they don't know who got the message. They don't know who got Hebrews to Negroes. They don't know who got a message to the black man. They don't know who's watching Honorable Louis Farrakhan on YouTube right now. They don't know who is listening to Brother Wesley right now. They just don't know. So they just saying the hell with all of them. We got to get them so safe. But it's too late.
Facts.
It don't matter what they do. The party's over. Cancel.
Facts.
In the words of Tommy Egan on Power. Yeah, we canceling Christmas. That's what we doing. It's all over with. You know I can do this all night. I don't even know why you get me started.
I already know, brother. I already know, man. And it's so much right there that I can touch on, man. But listen, everybody that's on here right now, all 22, 23 of y'all, share this out with 5 to 10 people. Let them know that the Gods is live and we chopping up the game, man. But Brother Daniel, me and you was having a conversation that kind of sparked the whole idea for this live that we having right here. And I think you were talking about how this attack is really backfiring on them, and how everything is kind of flipped on its head. And what they have done was basically open up a can of worms. You know what I'm saying? And like Brother Khan was just alluding to, so many people are starting to wake up now and ask questions, and you know what I'm saying? It's backfiring on them. So build on that right there. I wanted you to get into that part of the game.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Real quick, I was wanted to, add on to what my brothers just said, and talk real quick about with the sight of our brothers in Hebrew Israelite community. That was powerful. that was a beautiful and seeing lined up. And that was when that last time Kyrie was back playing, but I think there had been a few other times, at least another time before that. But like Brother Joshua said, that's why. That's that. I just want to add that, put that out there in the atmosphere even stronger, because that right there, that's going to elicit some real fear. But no, absolutely right. In scripture, when you think about it, every card they play is in our favor. We watched them go through this in the early getting ready for the Million Man March, when they had all over the TV. They put them on here. They put them on there. They thought they was, getting them out there. That, hey, look at him. He's the teacher of hate, the anti-Semite, and all this other stuff. But what they were really doing was giving them a platform. People can actually look and see who he is for themselves, right? And the answer to thought was, take him off the air. Don't put him out there no more. And this time around, same thing. They're angry. And when you get angry and you're at war, sometimes you make mistakes, right? They're not rising above emotion into the thinking of gods. They're acting off of emotions and making mistakes and showing their hands as who they are, the synagogue of Satan, right? And so when you look at the bigger picture, Allah runs the show. Point blank, period. Every card they play is in our favor. So when you see our brother Ye come out, Ye isn't new to this. Ye's been in the game for a while now. He's been in the industry. It didn't come out when Rock signed him. It was already in the game. Making moves. If you watch that documentary, Genius. Beautiful documentary. The brother was already out there talking about how he was going to come in and change the game, right? And so look at the moves he's making now, and then you go back, hindsight being 2020, you realize it wasn't. He didn't speak, just out of the blue. That brother had that in his heart the whole time. He's been putting the minister out there. He's been mentioning them in his music. He was ready. That brother said that, ready for the smoke. That, I believe, is the reason why he's able to continue down that vein and not fall and capitulate. He already had the plan to do that. And so he opened it up to the point where they couldn't ignore him. They had to say something, but they didn't have the time to really plan it out. So in their anger, like it says in the Quran, they're biting their nails. They're mad, they're pissed off because they're seeing our success. They're seeing the way the brother's moving, that they had to just act. And that action that they took worked right against them. Now, like Brother Joshua said, they got us talking about it more than we ever have, in the past, and we wouldn't on it like this if he hadn't done what he done. And so what happened? Kyrie came out right after that. Didn't give them time to cool down. Didn't give them any time to, reformulate or get things together. He and now Brother Kyrie, he was, he just shared the brother didn't comment. I don't got to go through. We all know what it is. He just shared a link. Boom, they went off their rocker again. And our brother Chappelle, he comes out. Now him, Chappelle's a special brother right there. Yeah, I love that brother, man. His delivery is impeccable. Came out and he didn't allow them to settle. He's not allowing them to settle, and I think that is so key. That is so key. We have to keep putting the pressure on. We have to, as a people, get to the point where we start premeditating these things, right? Where it's not, this isn't a game. This is war. Business is warfare. When you get onto any platform and you speak your point of view, that's business. You don't have to really be making $1 from it. Putting your mindset out there to the masses is business. You can sway the way people do things. And one of the examples I want to bring up, difference again, the old boy from Nike comes out and said what? Oh, well, paraphrasing, it's unfortunate Kyrie said what he said, and so we're just gonna back off from him or whatever. And our brother My Song, boom, right off of there, they keep making moves, and it's sparking stuff. And our brother My Song is moving now. He's like F Nike. Straight up. I don't know if y'all familiar with what I'm talking about. But the brother, he's been, promoting black sneaker companies, black, clothing companies, to the point where he even, he's throwing away his Nikes. Thousands and thousands of dollars worth of Nikes, just throwing them away, not giving them away, not trying to sell them, throwing them away. And there's people that are on that now. You got, I forget the sister's name, but she's out here. She has her own black shoe company, and she's speaking about it now. So this is the time for us to keep building on top of one another. Just keep building on top of one another, because as long as we can keep them fighting the war on multiple fronts, which is what we've been doing for years anyway, like Joshua says, and unify around that dollar, pooling the resources and try to get that one front, we can keep them off their toes. We can keep them off their toes, tripping up over themselves, mad. Let them keep biting their nails until they ain't got nothing to scratch with, until they ain't got nothing to fight. They don't fight anyways, really. They get us to fight ourselves and throw them off. But that's basically what I was getting at, And I think, that live, where I was actually going with it was that Ye knew what he was doing. Ye was prepared for this fight. And he knew he could lose the money. I don't think it was, some people were saying, oh, well, it was a way for him to get out of his contract. I don't think that was it. I don't think he was trying to find a way to get out of his contract. I think that his soul, I think his heart, I think his mind are really in it. He really believes. That man's a believer. I can't say if it's Yah, whatever, this and that. He believes in God. He believes he's a God. He's not just saying that just to say that. He didn't just hear it in a documentary. I'm just going to put this out there. That brother has been feeling that for years. And when he came out, what he said, he was standing up on real belief. I believe Allah is using him specifically. He's using all of us, of course, all pieces on the board, but he's a major player, whether he knows it. And that's where I was doing. That's why, you had
no doubt.
But the fact Ye's position in this was one that Allah, he had a very specific play in mind, and he put him on that task, and it's opened up a can that they can't shut. And now we just have to get in where we fit in and try to fall on the right side of that separation.
Yeah, that's real.
Yes, sir. And so I definitely got to get all of y'all take on this, but Brother Joshua, so speaking particularly about Ye, right? We've been seeing from the very beginning, brothers like yourself, Young Khan and Don, Brother Ben X, all different type of brothers and sisters from the Nation of Islam coming out from the beginning to defend our brother. And then ultimately, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan came out, you know what I'm saying? And he did his morning address a couple of weeks ago, defending Ye and defending Kyrie beautifully, right? And soon after that, we saw, I think it was TMZ ran down on Ye and put the microphone in his face, and they put out a little clip with him saying something about, he didn't like something that Minister Farrakhan said. He felt slighted by something that Minister Farrakhan said, and a lot of people was taken aback by that, like, whoa, wait a minute, man. The minister was defending you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people start looking at Ye real sideways when he made those comments. And when I saw it, I know how they play media, especially people like TMZ and all of that. It looked like it was chopped up. Like, to me, it appeared like Ye didn't actually see the address from Minister Farrakhan. It seemed like they probably quoted or misquoted something that the minister said and asked him what he thought about it right there. And that was his response. And they just chopped that part. That's how it looked to me. Because he was like, the way you read that, he said, the way you read that, I don't like the way that sounds. I take that as a slight. So Minister Farrakhan, you need to call me or whatever. What was your thoughts when you saw that?
Well, bro, although I appreciate the question, God. We all saw it, but I'm a soldier, man, in the ranks, the FOI, and I don't move before my leader. You feel me? And there's so much that I want to give on my take on that, but out of my love and my respect for the brotherhood, out of my love and respect for our rank in the Nation of Islam, I'm gonna hold my tongue on that. Not that I don't have anything to say, I do, but I'm not gonna speak on that specifically until my leader, our leader, teacher, and guide comes out and he says something. Because in my zeal, in me wanting to express myself and get off my rocks and that, I want to make sure that I'm in the line with him. You feel me? And so on that one, I'm gonna have to let that one pass, my brother. But I will say this.
I respect that.
Yeah, I will say this, because at the proper time we'll handle that. But Brother Joshua, I want it to be known, Brother Joshua, I'm an individual. I have my own mind, all of that, but I'm also a soldier, and I love our military structure. And it is my love for the military structure that has allowed me to be as successful as I am. And I believe I'm just scratching the surface. And I believe my power is in my submission. Because sometimes I don't understand everything. You feel me? But I understand one thing. I understand the man that I strive to look like and be like and talk like. And that's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I can't go wrong following that man. So I'm going to just have to I'm going to pump my brakes on that piece right there. But it was two things in particular that I do want to touch on, because our brothers were so beautiful in their expression with that. They man, it just stimulated so much thought. Going back to our brother Muhammad Ali, who I believe was the blueprint for what he did. It was our student minister Abdul Rahman Muhammad, the Rock of the South, right? Who fished our brother Muhammad Ali into the ranks, right? So when Ali was taking his stand against the war in Vietnam, we all saw that. We saw it play out in the media. Well, I didn't. We did. I wasn't alive back then. You feel me? But the story goes that, he refused to fight in the army. He was able to take such a strong stand because he had strong brothers around him. He asked student minister Abdul Rahman Muhammad, what should I do? And Rock said, I wouldn't fight. That's not our way. I ain't gonna do that. And that gave our brother Ali the courage to be like, I ain't doing it. This not our way. Because he had brothers already around him in his ear. You feel me? Ye is similar. I have been on post serving at the residence of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan when our brother Ye has been present on a number of occasions. It was never publicized. He didn't come out and give a press conference like, yeah, I just heard from the minister. I did X, Y, and Z. He didn't do that. But he was there. That seed has already been planted. You feel me? And so now it's no coincidence that he's taking that type of stand, because he's been empowered to do so from the man of God. You feel me? And it's not, and it won't be until a sincere love, a brother Khan, the Don, a brother Daniel, that we get our influence to such a degree that now we in the ear of a Kevin Durant. Now we in the ear of a Kyrie Irving. Now we in the ear of a LeBron James. So when these things come about, we can be like, hey, bro, nah, chief, stand up, stand strong on this bad boy. Then them brothers are going to feel empowered to do that, because they know without a shadow of a doubt they're doing the right thing, man. So I know I didn't answer your question, but that's something that really stimulated in me, and I just wanted to really touch on before I lost that point, God.
No. That's excellent, man. I could definitely appreciate your stance on that. I immediately thought about the mistake that Malcolm made. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I respect it. And so I'm going to just assume that y'all two brothers are going to respond to that the same way.
That's right.
Unequivocally, we have been told directly comments about that. I would just say for those that thought they heard what they did not hear, go back and listen to it again.
Right.
Get the transcript of it.
Right. And take the emotions out of it. And take the emotions out of it and your preconceived notions and whatever feelings you may have already towards the brother Ye. Because a lot of people are just looking for a reason to dismiss him and throw him under the bus or whatever the case may be in the first place.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a couple of people mentioned in the comments here, you know, he said the way you read that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it seemed like, you know, the media was up to their old tricks. You know what I mean? I don't know for sure, but that's just the way it seemed studying that little clip. I'm like, you know, hey. But the beautiful thing about it was he said, we need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the Minister Louis Farrakhan. We need to get on the phone or we need to talk or whatever he said to that effect.
Look, I'm going to just say you get the transcript, transcribe it, put your ear up closer to the phone because there's a couple of words that you did not hear that actually said. And I'm going to just leave it right there. But let us not get sidetracked on a comment or two from Ye. Let's get back to the real issue at hand. And this secret relationship that they have. Let's talk about and their pedophilia and their pornographic.
Bro want all the smoke. That's why I love my brother, man.
Let's address Mr. Epstein. Yeah, let's talk about Harvey Weinstein and the boys. Let's get with the real. Let's see who really runs the music industry. Let's talk about lying Lear Cohen. Let's address him to say, who is Damon Dash? As though you could know Damon Dash. And I was there on Hard Knock Life too. He was walking in checking on your investments. It was right there. They don't like our brother Damon Dash because Damon Dash got his own independent. But the thing that they're worried about is that all of these people that they're trying to stop listening to God's man in our midst. You're seeing them come in the person of Damon Dash. You seeing them in the person of Ye. You seeing them in the person of Kendrick Lamar. You even seeing them in the person of Jay-Z. You seeing them in the person of all of these people, and they don't know what to do. But we have to keep our attention and our guns aimed on the right target. And the target is not Ye. The target is Kyrie. Oh no, the target is Mr. Epstein. The target is the government of the United States of America and everything that they've done. They kidnapped us and brought us here to the hills of North America. If I misquote the scriptures, 21 and 16 in the book of Exodus, that says that he that stealeth a man and keep him in possession shall also be put to death. Let's discuss the law of justice for a minute. We ain't gonna be wasting no time talking about our brothers. Let's deal with the real enemy. And they're called the United Snakes of America because if you know the history of America, originally in the logo there was some snakes involved. I'll let y'all do your research. They say we don't read if you want. Just put it in a book. Don't fight me. Don't fight Brother Joshua. Brother, fight sincere, fight the facts. But they don't want the facts to come out because the facts are very damning. And nobody can dispute the facts of the matter. Let's really look up who Leo Frank was. Let's really look up who the company came. Let's really see if David Morgan and profited off of the slave trade and used black bodies. Yeah, let's get into it. Don't waste no time with me talking about what we think about what Ye and Kyrie said after a press conference. That's the smoke screen. We don't want the smoke screen. We want the smoke. And the smoke says that America owes. Yeah. The smoke says
come on, black man.
That somebody got to pay for 467 years of slavery, injustice, Jim Crow laws, red line, invention stealing. Oh yeah, man, the law of justice, God don't sleep. Let's see what they got to say. I want to know what Jonathan Greenblatt got to say about Epstein. I want to know what Jonathan Greenblatt got to say about the makers of 106 South Park. I want to know what he got to say about making mockery of slavery. I want to know what he got to say about Sarah Silverman and Howard Stern in blackface as jokes. But they don't let you joke with them. They don't let you crack a. We scared to death to say a word that start with a J. But every day it's okay to say a word that start with an E. I think the N should stand for never again. J should stand for justice. That's the new J word. And the new N word is never again, man. You can't get away with what you've done to us and act like it never happened and tell us to get over it, because they not getting over it. So you can't say I'm sorry and think that's no. See, they say they want to protract. They got to watch for a protracted period of time. And protracted record says that they not going to change what they've been doing. So if it's not going to change, it must be uprooted. That's the real issue.
Pearly Gates, thank you for your badge, beloved. I just want you to know you are the first one to buy a badge on my live. So thank you for that.
No, it was Akira Lynn. Akira Lynn bought one as well.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I missed that one. Shout out to Akira as well. Thank you both. I appreciate it. But go ahead, Daniel. I know you got some thoughts off of that right there.
Well, you know, my overall thoughts about the situation, man, again, is about not letting the momentum die and finding our place, because everybody has a role to play in this thing. You have 360 circle, right? You somebody that mastered engineering, right? But engineering's like this, 365-degree circle. You know what I mean? You got something next to the mastered, you got engineering, you got visual arts, you got architecture, you got all of these different fields and sciences and endeavors, and you can have 5 people who've mastered 5 things but don't intersect at all. So don't worry about what it is somebody else is doing. What can you do, right? Yeah. Right? What can I do as an individual that can help move the ball forward? What can I do as an individual to help not erect the wall, but to help put up a form of defense for the party, for our people? What is it that I can do that can help impart knowledge onto somebody in the next generation, right? What is it that you can do as an individual that is going to help move the ball forward? We have to be able to see what we're doing and support what our brothers doing, what our sisters doing, but at the same time be working on our thing and putting it out there for them to support as well. And that's something that, you know, I'm real big on. Is trying to help people to understand that, see that, and move on that. Because this social media thing is really is one of the dopest tools we got out here. You don't have followers. That kind of thing can actually change overnight. If you're working in your purpose, you're putting in, if you're doing the work for you, you can go from no followers to a bunch of followers seemingly overnight. You know what I mean? And so don't worry about that. Get on these airways. We got to utilize the resources we have and get out there and push what it is that you have in your heart, whatever you have in your mind. And sometimes it might be adding on to what somebody else is doing, right? But that's one of the things that I'm real big on right now, which is why I actually, you know, pivoted and got on my gardening thing, because it's like I'm telling people about, you know, growing food. I live in an apartment. I don't even got a porch, bro. I live in a straight up apartment building, right? And
So what you got, the windowsill?
Bro, I got a dresser. I went and bought
get it popping up the dresser.
I got to simulate wind. I bought the quality Mars high. I got I got the bucket inside of those bins to catch the water and to be able to water from. And if you look on my page, I got tomatoes, I got peppers growing in the house. Me and my son, you know, from seed, you know, and
listen, for y'all that don't know, brother Daniel, this brother is like MacGyver over here too. This is like
right. That's lit.
Super
that's
smart,
super
scientific.
So you there is plants in the window, that kind of thing. My plants ain't even near the window, but they're growing. It's producing because I'm thinking, okay, well, how can I make this happen with what I have? And it's something that if I'm teaching it, I got to be practicing it. So find your thing And I'm doing it because I want to be able to. Somebody asked me on social media, you know, oh, I want to learn how to do that. I said, well, you know what? I'm just starting out. In 2 years, I'll be able to teach you the formula. You got to do it twice to know, you know, to make it a cycle so that you know that this thing works, right? So it's not a fluke. And so I want to actually teach that for those who don't got it. How do you grow food and you ain't got a farm plot, right? And so I want to be able to give it to people step by step. And so that's one of the things I'm working on. But the point is, it ain't about me. You all have something. Everybody's watching has something, live or if you're watching the replay, that you know how to do or you want to do it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to have all the resources and tools. Just do it. And as you're doing it, try to look at the principles of what you're doing and apply it to the real world, because it's all economics. You know, it's all about, you know, fortifying the ecosystem and making it so that when the time comes, like now, again, to our brother, because I think one of the dopest inspections what our brother Myson is doing. I just got to shout that brother out again. Shout out to Myson, because you ain't gonna see too many people. There's people like, yo, F Nike, but that brother is going in and he's literally throwing his joints away. On like that's big, you know what I mean? That's not a little thing. You know, people worship that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Having their Nikes and all the money they spend $200 on sneakers. I've been an Adidas fan all my life, right? And I just thought Adidas because of, you know, I don't got Nikes to throw away, so I'm done with Adidas. But people spend hundreds of dollars on them Nikes, bro, and he's doing that. And so I just want us all to find that passion, find that thing, and join in, because you never know how what you do, what you say is gonna give somebody else the energy or the backbone to move out on their purpose. And we're all doing it, and we're all moving in that same direction. Not uniformity, but unity, right?
Unity.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
That's
And I was like this, if you just teach what you know, you'll soon discover that what you know is enough to teach. Everybody has whatever that voice is, bro. If you're a man, some watermelon-sized testicles instead of dried raisins and mustard seed testicles. Invest in watermelons and say what's on your heart and stop worrying about what somebody gonna think about you. Because the same person that got an opinion about you, they not paying your bills. They not helping you get to the next level. You are imprisoned by people's opinions. You are worried. That's why public speaking is feared more than the actual fear of dying, because we don't want to be rejected by people. I wish somebody was listening to me. We be so worried about what somebody gonna say, about what somebody gonna think, about what we. You already know in your folks saying what they doing us ain't right. Well, stand up like a man and woman. If you a woman, hey, go to the estrogen factory, right? Get you estrogen. Say it with your chest and not with your backside.
Come on.
If you get on a video and twerk, you can pull up at the red light and twerk at the headlights. If you can be F nigga free, then surely you can open your eyes to see that your people are being misused and abused, especially if you are a woman. You need to stand up and to be treated a certain way. But you can't be out here holding yourself out and then tell the world to respect you, because we don't love them hoes. We are
right.
We are just, see, hey, brother, sincere, they don't want me to talk like this, man, but I got to talk to them.
For real.
Wait, make the adjustments. Ladies, you got a voice. The men gonna do what we think please you anyway. So if you raise the bar, and fellas, if we raise the bar, they gonna do something different. We on the same team. So if Brother Joshua is hitting them from the left side, Brother Sincere is hitting them from the right side, Brother Daniel is coming from before them, and I'm coming from behind them, you won't find most of them thankful. They're going to say, oh, no, it's too many of them. Because they already have said that in less than 20 years, Caucasian people will become the minority for the first time in the United States of America. Oh, you know, like a little sample be on social media. Oh no, Oh, no. That's what they say. And oh no, because their babies are looking up to Kyrie. Their babies want to be like Chris Brown. Their babies want to be like Glorilla right now. And they're losing the grip on this new generation. We just got to keep pushing back. When I was in here talking, a few people from the Caucasian persuasion was inside of the locker room while I was talking. And I was talking about justice. I heard them say, that's right. I heard them saying teach. I heard them saying go ahead. I'm talking about the melanated mafia. I'm talking about the genetic modified oppressors. They was bearing witness to the truth of what I'm saying. Because if we don't stand on it, we going to get stood on. And that's just the fact of the matter. This is not racism. This is not being anti-white, even though we're being pro-black. God blesses the child that's got his own. And as long as I back you up, Sister Kira can come on out from just badges. She can get on the front line. She got a voice. She knows something that some people don't know. Man, step on out there on the front line. Because if they attack Brother Sincere, they're attacking me. If they attack Brother Joshua, they're attacking me. If they attack Brother Daniel, they're attacking Sincere. So we got to have a united front. Like Malcolm said, if I slap you with this hand, you going to feel it. But if I put them all together and make a fist to hit you, you really going to feel it.
Oh, yeah, you're going to feel it.
Stop being cowardly lions and step on out there and watch how God stands with you and the enemy don't stand up.
Facts.
That's right.
Facts. And with that, man, we already been on here a little bit over an hour. So let's get into some solutions, Brother Joshua, man. I think we've done a good job since all of this controversy has broken out. I think we've done a good job of actually controlling the narrative. But like I want to say the first time, you know what I'm saying? We've been able to really control the narrative on this one. And they took an L. They took an L. Things didn't go the way that they thought it was going to go. You know what I'm saying? And so I can salute to the family on this one. But what are some solutions that we can implement going forward?
Oh, thank you, bro, because that's where exactly what my mind was. I was on straight solution mode. Man, of course, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that our unity is more powerful than any hydrogen or atomic bomb. Sometimes, man, I feel that really that's just where we dropped the ball. The moment Ye came out and said what he said, the moment he got attacked was the same moment I feel like there should have been 10 rappers saying I stand with my brother. Period. Right off the top. It should have been 10 of them. I stand with him. Hey, don't do that to him. When Kyrie started getting backlash, it should have been 10 NBA players right off the top. I stand with my brother. See, here's what I would like to have in the NFL and NBA particularly. They may have it, but I don't know if it's promoted. The Black Players Association that makes strategic moves for Black people, recognizing that, hey, I'm a brother, I came from the hood. You, brother, you came from the hood. Our hoods are still catching hell. Our people are catching hell. So what we're going to do is we're going to say if there's a situation where somebody attacks you, as long as you're in the right, brother, we're going to stand with you publicly, because that's the bond that we have outside of the establishment. Because the NBA has a players association, but it's still within the confines of the NBA. So it's still policed. There needs to be a Black Players Association outside of the establishment that they working in. So when something happens that's unjust to one of their Black players, one of their brothers, all of them are saying, okay, you gonna ban him from playing? Well, I've already pledged allegiance with my brother. I'm not playing either then. So you ban one, you banning 10. You feel me? That needs to happen. The same thing with our rappers. There has to be some type of unified front where, okay, you want to pick on one? You want to charge one of them with this X, Y, and Z? I bet. Well, I'm pulling my resources from it. But since we don't do that, and since all of us are still trying to win some favor with these damn devils, we be getting hit up over the head. We get picked on. But the second they challenge one of us, they need to know that it's going to be 10 more of them coming behind that. We don't have that right now. For right now, I feel like with the NBA and the NFL in particular, if we had that type of thinking, if somebody could coordinate that to get the most influential players together, you know what I'm saying, to get the Kyries, to get the LeBrons, to get the KDs, to get the Ja Morants, and get them all in a room and say, hey, we are making sure we're coming together now, and we are just going to say that no longer are one of our brothers going to get picked on, one of our brothers going to get banned, and we do nothing about it. Hey, we're willing to sacrifice for the greater good. We got to have that type of understanding, man. Until we have that, it's going to keep happening.
And what you talking about is a code, man. What you talking about is a code of conduct. You know what I'm saying?
A code of conduct.
We have yet to develop that in large enough numbers. You know what I'm saying, for it to be significant and effective. Peace to the God. I see the God Chase in the building. Y'all make sure y'all following our brother Chase the God, man. Yeah. One of the things that I want to mention about what you're saying as far as the Black Players Association, we understand that our enemy, you know, they play this game of 4-dimensional chess, and they play a long game. They don't think about 10 days from now, 2 years from now. They play this game 20, 30 years down the line. And they have a head start on us, and they have the resources to be able to sit back and plot and plan and not have to worry about the everyday hustle and bustle. Like a lot of times, we don't have the opportunity to just fall back and think and download information and really get on our game like that. But one thing that I've seen, especially from the NFL, but also from the NBA, and I've been talking about this for a while, and this is no slight to some of our non-foundational Black American brothers and sisters from the diaspora, but the enemy is very strategic. And I think that part of their game has been strategically to look elevated to draft Black talent, whereas most of the Black talent in these leagues used to come from foundational Black American society, straight out of the hoods of America.
Yeah.
Where now they have training camps all over Africa, over Europe, and all these different places where they're developing Black talent in other places. And for the most part, these people don't have the same mindset as us when they get over here. They're more grateful just to be in America. They're more grateful for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the same gripe with the United States government that we have. And oftentimes, a lot of them don't even see themselves as Black. Like the brainwashing and the mental colonization is heavy throughout the diaspora. You know what I'm saying? We deal with it over here, but it's on another level when you get to some of these other places. And so I think they've been very strategic with replacing foundational Black Americans in these leagues, because too many Kyries, too many Muhammad Alis, and certain people that have a mindset like you and I starting to pop up, and they're giving them all these resources and these large platforms, and they like, pretty soon this is going to get out of our control. You know, so I think they've been preeminent with those moves. But to keep going with the solutions, brother Daniel, some solutions going forward, brother.
Well, you know, a big thing for me is children. And, you know, I'm a father. I have one son, he's years old. And before I had a child, you know, I've been adamant about keeping my son out of that, keeping my son away from their grips. Before I knew anything about the teachings, you know, I already had that in my mind. You know, it resonated with me so heavy that just it fortified my will to carry that into practice and keep my son away from their medical system, from the educational system, from their any kind of really influence they have. You know, it's impossible to keep them out of anything, because in this world you have to be able to move within it, behind enemy lines, in order to make things happen. So of course he's not 100% from being exposed, but I really, really, really would like to see us unify some of them dollars towards independent education. You know, I think that's a huge solution, because there's many things that we must do now. So those of us 18 and up, you know, whatever generation, there are things we have to do now to try and mend some of the things that have happened in the past, try to stop some of the things that are happening now, and prevent some things that are seeming like they're going to happen in the future. But simultaneously, while we do that, we got to put something in place to stop our children from getting sucked up into this thing at all. We have to have that part. Like that's one of the main solutions is taking our children, which is one of their top resources is our children. Because when you talk about that long game that they're playing, they're not talking about, like I said, 10 days. They're thinking ahead. When they think, they're not thinking about me. I'm 4 years old. I'm already, with the knowledge of self that I have, the small degree knowledge of self that I have, I'm probably still making plenty of moves that are playing right into what they had in mind for me. You know what I mean? But when they're talking about 20 years from now, they're not talking about my son.
Right.
They're going to make money from him right now. You know what I mean? And so I work hard to try to put something in place for him. You know, I go hard. That's why people don't see my people. I remember one time, I did Sean. It was one of the brothers in ABS Tribe. No matter of fact, it was brother Ken. He was like, "You bro, I didn't know you were a child. I've been married for years." You know, I have a son, but he's like, "You don't put it out to people." And there's nothing wrong with that. People share the family. I'm not saying wrong with that, but that's how I, to that degree, because that's what my mindset is. I try to protect him from that, and I just want to put that out there. You know, we need schools, we need after-school programs, we need businesses in place for them to take over if they so choose, or in place so that they can learn how to mine out their own personal talents, so they can start their own business when they come of age or when they got the money to do so, because they can do it at any age, really. I'll start a business as early as you help them set that up. You know, children now they got businesses at 6, 7, 8 years old. But we have that is one of the biggest solutions is putting something in place for the children.
Good teaching. Let's go, young Colin. Light it up.
Well, they say, there's a saying that says the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressed is the mind of the oppressed. The greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So one solution is that we get knowledge of self. Because to get knowledge of self is to have knowledge of God. And when you got God and knowledge of self, you automatically have the knowledge of the enemy. And when you know who you are, and when you know who you are and you know who God is, you can fight and adjust accordingly. This of white supremacy that America will never be a refuge for us. We got more mayors, we got more political, we got more athletes than ever before in the history of America, yet we appear to be going backwards. It is not because of a lack of information. Information, as the song says, he got the whole world in his hands. You could just Google it. You could YouTube it. You could research it. In the twinkling of an eye. There's not a lack of information. It is a lack of inspiration. It is a lack of us taking action to find what we want. When you want some weed, you know where to find the weed, man. When you want to get high, you know where to go look. If you want to get some Henny or some Ciroc, you know where to go look. Well, if you want some knowledge, you know where to go look. So we not going to act like it's not black elephants sitting in this white room. If you want the knowledge, there's too many great ones that have come before us.
I'm going to use that, bro.
Dr. Ivan Van Sertima would have done it. Oh, J.A. Rogers would have done it. Honorable Louis Farrakhan would have done it. Marcus Mosiah Garvey would have done it. Father Allah Clarence 13X would have done it. Minister Malcolm X would have done it. So it's not because we don't have the knowledge. It is because we are not applying the knowledge that we have access to. If you want to lose weight, you got to go to. If you want to tone up, you got to work out. So look, and now I'm going to show you this. Look, I'm just showing all y'all. I don't know this guy right here. This is all, you see this? White. I'm black. Here's another. I think some more white. All white around me. But what I'm saying is true. These guys, if they know better, know more of what is going on, their problem is not really us. Their problem is what their great-grandfathers was talking about. What that old program, These guys not with
Go
that.
ahead.
I'm just telling you the truth. And y'all didn't see me bite down and scratch where I didn't itch or laugh when it wasn't fun. They in here saying preach to me. Now, if they can say that, what we gonna do? That's all.
Go ahead,
Bro.
bro.
I'm saying. Shout out to my white guys in here. See, it's white guys.
Salute.
Look, next white. Yeah, he white. He definitely white. There's some white up in here now. But my point is, if we come together, it got to be on the basis of truth. We can't sugarcoat it no more. We can't act like what happened didn't happen. And we got to be willing to address it and sit at the table as intelligent human beings. And as long as we're willing to do that, and we pool our resources mentally, physically, and economically, we don't have to worry about what somebody else is doing. We will demand and command the respect because we are showing it for ourselves. We don't have to say respect our women because we respect them. We don't have to say do for self because we doing for self. And we must be willing to fight and believe in peace if possible, but in violence if necessary. Y'all just saw that. I couldn't make that up. I was in the room.
That's love, bro.
I was surrounded. You didn't see me tuck my tail and ain't gonna tuck it because you either gonna ride or you rolled on. That's all it is to it, man. So salute to all of y'all. I can get up out of here before they shut this spot down. But I'm glad you hey, Sincere saved this life.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
they see that in real time, man. When they see us stand on what we believe, they gonna bow. They gonna say respect. They gonna say Malcolm used to talk about it. Elijah talked about it. They got more respect when we kick them than when we act like everything is all right. Oh yeah, man, they respect that when you kick them. Y'all see
absolutely.
They walking around, they tearing at Ye. They want to get at Ye. Hey, we support you. You telling the truth. And they fear that the uprising is going to come from us. But Don Louis Farrakhan said, won't you be shot from your own people? They looking at us, but they don't know. Them little young guys I was just talking to, they going to go get that secret relationship. They going to look it up. They going to confront their own people because it's a new day in time, man. So that's the solution. Get the knowledge, pool your resources physically as well as financially. Want for your brother what you want for yourself, but we can't love what we don't know. So we got to learn, family, so we don't repeat the lessons of history. If we don't learn them, we are doomed to. And from the looks of it with my man Ye and Kyrie and Dave Chappelle, 20 years ago, they wouldn't have said that on live TV. They wouldn't have said that on social media. Oh, but it's too late. The cat is out. So salute to every one of y'all, man. Shout out to the gods. Keep on doing what y'all do. Do what I'm doing and teach as many as I possibly can. I'm going to do my part. Y'all do y'all part, and we got this thing.
Meet at the top.
Salute to you, big God. And that was a great example that we got a chance to see in real time right there. I recently saw a rare clip from the minister when he was talking about, you know, if the teachings that we got from the most honorable Elijah Muhammad can raise up out of the condition that we are in, could break the slave mind, you know what I'm saying? And take somebody off the streets from a pimp to a hoe to a hustler to all of these things and rise them up and turn them into a Malcolm, turn them into a Minister Louis Farrakhan, things of that nature, then we could take these same teachings and actually reform devil. You know what I'm saying? So that was powerful right there. That was powerful to see right there in real time, man. So last words, brothers, before we get out of here. And thank you to everybody in the chat, by the way, everybody who bought badges. I appreciate you. Shout out to No GMO Music. We definitely gonna check out your after school program and all that. You see, I pinned you to the bottom and all that. So anybody's interested, go check our sister out with the after school program. But last words, brothers.
Yes, sir.
I want to say,
Go ahead, brother.
Okay.
man, I just want to say it's been an honor and a pleasure, man, to fight alongside you, brothers. Honestly, I feel I'm humbled and thankful to Allah just to be living in this time. I believe that this is the time that our ancestors prayed about. They prayed to be able to have a tool as illustrious as social media to fight this wicked enemy. They prayed to have the teachings spread as broad as it is. You know, they prayed to have young guys such as ourselves be able to unify. And so I'm humbled to be living in this time and to just be a servant, man. I'm taught that a good a minister, a good freedom fighter is simply a servant of the people. So in all that I strive to do, man, with my content, with my actions in the streets, in the mosque, wherever you find me, is simply trying to be a servant of the people. That's what we need, man. We don't need to be clout chasing. We need to strive to sincerely serve the people. Let that be the motivation. Let that be the mentality. Let that be what fuels what we doing, man. You feel me? It's just getting the word out. That's what drives me. It ain't the trying to eat just to be seen. I be extra. I put a little something on it because our people are rhythmic. You know what I'm saying? We're charismatic. You know, we need that edutainment. You know, we live in a microwavable society. It's hard for our people to listen to a 2-hour lecture. So if I can come on this bad boy, if I can come across the airwaves and talk a little smack, you feel me, while at the same time inserting some truth in the airways, man, I'm going to strive to do that, man, because that's what's going to help get us to the other side, man. It's just wanting to see our people free. That's what my heart is, and I'm thankful because I know that you brothers feel the same way. So I thank you. I salute you guys, for real, for real.
Absolutely, and salute to you as well, big God. And man, I didn't know that you do beats and all that too, man. You got to send something. Let me hear something, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I was sampling the Raekwon on that son.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah, I was going crazy. My bad.
Oh, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. Listen, man. We're going to have to collab, man. We're going to have to collab on some things. I don't know what happened. Brother Daniel dropped out. I was going to let him get his last words off. But you know, this was a great live right here, man. I'm going to end it like I always end it. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the family. Always remember, I am not the master teacher. I am only the master student and signal booster to the voices of the new black media. Peace and black love. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, God. Straight up.